Andrea.
And I'm Brian.
We have the pleasure of speaking with Mr. George Nicholson, a Vietnam War veteran who has devoted his life to service.
Yep, I got it. When he enlisted, Mr. Nicholson was an NFL hopeful. He was actually in the Patriots training camp, and he was a lineman, which I could identify myself. At 18, he decided, along with his father, who helped him along with that decision, that he should enlist in the Air Force as not to get drafted, because his number was coming up in the raffle. He started off in air rescue, which is where they lower down on the cable from the helicopter or the plane, and they provide aid, a lot of medical aid, and that was pretty cool. A lot like what the Coast Guard does on the commercials and stuff. But after a little while, he moved on to aircraft. I got it written down. Aircraft maintenance, that's what it was. He was in the environmental systems unit. He specialized in the KC-135 tankers. And at one point, he was the only man east of the Mississippi who was qualified to work on them. Needless to say, he was really good at what he did.
So, Mr. Nicholson is greatly accomplished. Before he was 25, he made it to staff sergeant and was a base commander in Okinawa. He was, at one time, the best B-1 mechanic and the only man east of the Mississippi qualified to work on, KC-135 tankers. And then he also helped found the Massachusetts Vietnam Vets Civic Council. Brian and I could only wish to be that accomplished before we were 25.
Just to finish things off, we wrote down a couple of stories that we really enjoyed. One of them, while he spent some time in Okinawa as well as Thailand, and while he was in Thailand, he, as an enlisted man, wasn't supposed to associate with the Thai aristocracy. And, as you'd assume, eventually that ends up with him playing snooker in Thailand with a Thai prince, I believe it was. Following orders at its finest.
Son of the Prime Minister.
Name dropper.
I just wanted you to know.
That's you. Oh, you want me to have the second one also? All right. And then another story we really enjoyed was one day while he was in the air, he was in a B-52 bomber, and the pilots had him hop on and fly the plane for about an hour and a half. And well, once you're in the air, you don't have to really do much except for make sure you don't dive to either side. That didn't stop him from having vice grips on that steering wheel for that. That was about all, but that was an awful lot, and that wasn't it. And it was a pleasure to talk with you, sir.
Good job.
So I want to say we learned a lot from Mr. Nicholson about his life, his family, his time in the military. But my favorite thing he told us was one of the stories that he told us at the end. And I think it shows a lot about his character. So when he was stationed in Vietnam, their base had a crew of maids, like house maids. And one day he saw that the head maid was distressed, and he found out it was because her daughter could not afford to pay college tuition or like school tuition, and he gave her money to do that, and that is my favorite story that he told us.
I have a daughter. Can you help me?